I was astonished. I was astonished and somewhat horrified by what met my eyes in the churchyard this morning. The wanton desecration of a place reserved for the dead of our village. These little mounds are plainly the graves of animals and birds that some children have buried. This is not an act of vandalism. We must understand that. In fact, I think I know what was in their minds. But no matter how innocent this may be, this kind of conduct cannot be permitted. I want the children responsible to see me after Sunday school this afternoon, when I shall have to decide what action may have to be taken. One more thing. As we have such a large congregation this morning, this is perhaps the moment to say that probably a wider responsibility for this lies on the shoulders of the parents. I should like to talk to them too.
Shocking and sacrilegious. I agree, Dolly. She ought to be punished.
She ought to be shut away. Who?
Well, the white girl, of course.
I should burn the church down next.
Mr. Dacres?
What proof have you that it is Brydie White?
Proof? She's the ringleader. She's the instigator of everything those kids do.
Oh, come, children always get up to mischief on holiday. I don't think we ought to take it.
Aren't you supposed to teach them how to behave in that school of yours?
Oh, come, Mrs. Rigby, it's hard enough trying to teach them the 3 hours without having to...
Aren't we all getting rather carried away? I mean, after all.
Clearly, the contents of your larder aren't lying deposited in the churchyard, Philip.
All the same, Doctor, I think a sense of humor.
Sense of humor? What's funny about having no Sunday lunch?
If you ask me, you're all talking out of your backsides.
What a thing to say. Shocking. Sunday too. Nice over-little kids.
Bloody fuss about now. It ain't got me worried.
Why not, son? Did the kids get you to make the coffins for them?
Now, you're a bit too close and eating the chest yourself, Fred, so watch it.
Excuse me. Same again, Cyril.
Oh, I see it is our affair. The parents. Not them up at the vicarage. Well, if that girl's not in need of care and attention, I'll eat my hat.
Then you won't be undernourished, dear.
Gertrude, I think you and Philip are taking this far too lightly. The girl is becoming a danger.
Oh, really? Just because a group of kids... Well, I'll speak to them, tell them they'll have to bury their animals somewhere else.
Well, if they gets away with this, next thing they'll be jamming any old thing out there.
Dig 'em all up, Slim. Throw 'em over the wall.
Yes, sir.
Now, listen. This is my parish. The churchyard is my responsibility. Let me handle it my own way. I've already told you I shall speak to the parents, and I shall see the children in Sunday school this afternoon.
Do we need him? Or any of them? Whose kids are they?
Not mine.
Oh, well, we all know about you, you old ram.
Right, old Fred's got a bite.
Sneeze your way out of that one, Fred.
Listen, I tell you what we do.
Afternoon, Fred.
Afternoon, Vicar. Oh, sir. None of them turned up. But don't be worried, Vicar. They couldn't.
Couldn't.
Well, they were locked in, all of them, for punishment.
Punishment.
Yeah, young Cheeseman's idea at the Boy and Donkey. Lock the kids in, he says. Yes, says the others, like a lot of sheep.
All of the children?
Except her.
Brydie, I want to
I've
talk
been
to you.
round the village. They're shut in their rooms, making faces through the windows at me.
I want to talk to
Mind
you.
you, I told them not to come to Sunday school anyway.
You did?
So as I could talk to you on my own.
Brydie, about your animals.
Friends. Harold and Nellie and...
Taking things from people's larders. It's no joke, Brydie.
It wasn't meant to be no joke. As we were burying 2 or 3, thought you might as well do the lot.
Well, you got me into a lot of trouble.
You're going to punish me?
No. Oh, Brydie, you worry me very much. You know, many girls of your age are married and have children.
You're going to dig them up, then?
Well, they can't stay here.
This ground's concentrated. You can't, can you?
Well, it's been done before, during the war.
You know what I think? I think every deader ought to have an animal for company.
You've got to understand.
They have animals when they're alive. Why not when they're dead?
Now, listen. I've had an idea. If I let you have a cemetery in my garden, will you promise not to bury anything else in the churchyard?
Of course. Then we can bury deaders any time we like.
No, Brydie, no. It's a small garden. No, you've got to ask me first.
All right, then.
Good. Well, I'll tell your mother. I'll tell all the parents. They'll understand. Parents do understand, Brydie.
I got to go now.
No doubt you've heard of the business in the churchyard.
I heard about it. Very naughty of them.
The church council are very worried about Brydie. They think she's the ringleader, and 1 or 2 of them are quite vindictive about it.
Bridie's all right. Mischievous, that's all.
Perhaps if her home life were a little more... Well, frankly, if you paid a little more attention to her and a little less to... that.
I hardly touch it.
There are some very narrow-minded people in this world. Maybe that's why you don't have a great number of friends.
I'm too busy for friends. I see them when I want to.
Yes, I realize it's been difficult for you. Bridie's father dying, then the accident.
We're all right.
Yes. Well, you know, you can always come and have a little talk with me if you want to.
Thank you, Vicar.
Good night.
Who is it?
Good evening, Edwin.
What do you want?
I've an idea I want to discuss with you.
Oh? What?
Why don't you give Brydie and the children that bit of pasture beyond the churchyard for their animals?
I have no children, and she's responsible.
That's not fair. You know the truth and you should admit it. If anyone's responsible, you are. Edwin, let me help you. Surely it's better to talk things out instead of locking them up and letting them go sour inside. You know you'll only wreck yourself going on like this. You can't hurt her. She's invulnerable.
Vulnerable? I don't want to see her about the place. She'll have to go somewhere.
Who are you to say that? You're not a doctor.